My point. They thrive on it.
Turing was not someone who thrived in social situations with lots of other people.
Mongoloids are thriving since being taken out of their restraints.
Light does, and as it thrives, our air gets less and less oxygen.
No, I work a lot, but I thrive on it.
He's going to thrive here.
The house of Abraxas continues to thrive.
When the silver run out, the thriving run out.
Psychopathic firms that thrive today in America's fast
Now that I live 3,000 miles away and have my own kid, thriving business.
Where'd you get these?
You know how they thrive, don't you?
Is this what the epithetics root in?
My point. They thrive on it. Take it away from them, they do poorly.
Early on, Turing was not someone who thrived in social situations with lots of other people. He was very athletic.
Now they don't have you poking around their private parts. Even the Mongoloids are thriving since being taken out of their restraints and put to meaningful work in the kitchens.
A pity isn't nitrogen. We don't even breathe nitrogen. Blight does, and as it thrives, our air gets less and less oxygen. The last people to starve will be the first to suffer.
Pressed or under undue stress at the moment?
No, I work a lot, but I thrive on it.
How's your sleeping?
It's fine, like 7 hours a night.
We provide a stimulating environment. He's going to thrive here. Come, let's do some paperwork.
Success. Well done, brother.
The house of Abraxas continues to thrive despite the squandering of your inheritance, brother.
Thriving place.
It was. When the silver run out, the thriving run out.
That's right.
And ever since then, I've had a strong opinion about the psychopathic firms that thrive today in America's fast food culture. I tend not to exhibit the self-discipline, you know?
Anger at the world, they were mine too. But now that I live 3,000 miles away and have my own kid, thriving business, I don't even get angry at him anymore. It's even just...
That's us.
Where'd you get these?
You know how they thrive, don't you?
In farmers.
Have you with him? He must know that you hate him.
Charles Richmond thrives on hate. If the whole world hates you, that in itself is a kind of...
Well, a couple hundred years ago, this tribe was booming. Plenty of food and a thriving culture. They should be better off. But I guess this was just their destiny.
The show, and remember, people, that no matter who you are and what you do to live, thrive, and survive, there's still some things that make us all the same.
Who asserts that there has never existed a civilized society in which one segment did not thrive upon the labor of another, as far back as one chooses to look.
And where sickness thrives, bad things will follow.
Is a strategy. When I was 24 years old, I made a decision, not just to survive, but to thrive.
At first, I didn't feel like deals like these were possible, but we have the...
I run a very comfortable, a thriving business. Has returned year to date 15.4%.
Virtue to reward. Bad characters come to bad ends.
Exactly. But in life, bad characters often thrive. Take yourself. And a novel must...
Gives us obedient and respectful clients who obey the rules according to which our business thrives and punish those who transgress against.
In many of the large war-torn cities of Europe. Indeed, some of these plants may thrive on devastated ground.
Why don't we go up to Vale for the weekend? Fly up Friday.
I had to wait for a time when mankind would not repeat my mistake and let tyranny thrive. When there would be those who remembered the once ways, remember that
Spain, brought so low, with an enemy thriving within her borders, feasting on her strength. The shame is too much.
Find out how the animals survive without lysine.
I don't care.
If you look at the diets of the herbivore species that are thriving, they eat mostly agama beans, soy, anything like...
Tear down, rebuild, reconfigure, rethink the whole dang thing.
We're talking about shutting down a thriving business for months.
People are going to think we're crazy.
We were.
Analogy, Mr. Lane, if we hadn't already tried that first thing. One of the many things a virus or bacteria needs to thrive is a live host.
Functioning circulatory system.
I'm afraid it boils down to one simple...
Fall around me like an impenetrable veil. Sleep more profound than civilization contrives. And then, the road...
Fight evil by hiding from it. Men like Scarabeus thrive on the apathy of others. He's thrived on mine, and that offends me. Either say they'll do it, or thrive by other means.
I can not draw a cart nor eat dried oats.
An occasional break is quite refreshing. My mind thrives on diversity.
Mr. Holmes!
What? What?
That were friendly to us and shops that weren't. Those shops that worked with us thrived. Those that didn't went out of business. Closed it.
Chaos doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Bad things happen to good people. Evil people thrive. This is like some giant game of pick-up sticks. There's no master plan.
Now, all it wants for the first few days is just a tiny dollop of water, and then you'll find it absolutely thrives.
Oh, thank you, Helen. That's so kind of you.
Take a bartender. I hate bartenders. Do you know why? Because they thrive on other people's misery. But
Look to Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
I'll be waiting for your call.
Thriving cities, rebuilt from the ashes, monuments to the unimaginable.
Think that you're a kind, generous, large-hearted person who helps people in need, who is basically thriving. So, if you help Tiffany, it will be...
Times was the way to do it.
Thriving mercilessly on loopholes and technicalities, the American legal profession has a field day.
The infant, it thrives?
He thrives.
No.
So, what, we don't like bugs? Bugs thrive on carnage, Tiger. They consume, infest, destroy, live off the dead.
Think about Manhattan, as he was about everything else. He thrived on the hustle-bustle of the crowds and the traffic. To him, New York meant beautiful women and street.
Abby tells me you're thriving. You've no idea how pleased I am for you.
We don't cry about the shit they should be. We just thrive in what is, and what is opportunity.
Privilege to smoke?
Hey man, we gotta croak sometime.
It's that kind of mentality that allows the cancer-producing industry to thrive. Of course we're all gonna die someday. But do we have to...
What really interests me at present is why was I brought here? What possible use can I be to an already thriving community?
We need men like you here.
I fucking won, fair and square. What?
Would you say Winter Hill was thriving?
We were making a lot of money, which meant we had to pay off a lot of people.
Cells. All of you. And the only way it can survive and thrive is for each of you to claim your rightful place.
Others there are who, throwing but shows of service on their lords, do well thrive by them, and when they've lined their coats, do themselves homage. These